All right, we're going to talk about the best practices for ordering samples and how you go about this process. So, first of all, we have to talk about who do you order a sample from. So, when you've contacted those manufacturers and you've gone and seen who's a good manufacturer and who's not, which we've already talked about, basically, you'll go to the ones that meet your needs, have a relatively good communication, and reasonable pricing, because pricing is always negotiated and you can get better pricing and terms later. But we do want to see who has the best product quality, because like we talk about, price is not the most important factor. There's many other important factors. So as long as all of these are reasonably within something that like they're within your bounds of what makes sense, then you're going to go ahead and order a sample from them. All right. So how are we going to go ahead and do this? We're going to just ask, okay? We're going to pay on PayPal. So we ask, can we order a sample via PayPal? If they want to take PayPal, well, they should. So almost everybody takes PayPal. And it should cost about $35 to $75. What you want to do, here's a tip. When you ask for the sample, ask that the sample cost and shipping be refunded to your purchase order when you make a purchase with them. And if they don't agree to this, then it's kind of a red flag, because they should be willing to put this back towards your purchase order, because they want you to purchase in the future. So almost every reasonable manufacturer is going to give you that money back on your initial purchase. So that's a good way to actually get your money back for your sample when you go ahead and order with them. They're going to ship it by DHL. It's going to take about 3 to 7 days to get to you, pretty much no matter where you are in the world. And but yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're like, it's a massage chair, it's going to cost more than $35 to $75. But as long as it's reasonably sized, you're going to be able to get it for about that price. But you have to think of the shipping costs to get it to you. Yeah, they'll tell you if it's oversized shipping, so you don't need to worry about that. So we know how to pay for it. You pay it by PayPal. And then you know who you're actually going to order samples from. Now, how many samples you want to get? I mean, it kind of depends. I mean, I would probably choose my top 3 to 5 manufacturers. You want to get at least 3, okay? You don't want to be just looking at one manufacturer, because it's kind of scary to only look at one, because you don't know what you're missing out on or what is wrong with yours. Not only missing out on, but there could be red flags with that product. So look from 3 to 5 manufacturers. If you want to go with 10, I guess you could, but it's going to get more expensive. And you don't want to have too many choices and get an analysis paralysis. So, I think 3 to 5 is a pretty good way to get a good choice. Do your vetting beforehand and choose your top 3 to 5 that you like. Now, here's one more tip. Try to get more than one sample, because of course they're going to send you the best sample, but if you can get 3, 5 samples, and just explain that you need to see the consistency of the product quality, because if you only have one test example, it could be their best one and you won't see any of the variations in their actual design and manufacturing. Not only is it important to have a good product, but you need to have consistency, because if I ordered coffee mugs before and it looked great when I was just getting one, but then all of a sudden it was like, oh, there's chips on a lot of these and the paint isn't always on the same spot and there's misses. And so you'll be able to see that by getting multiple of the units, how consistent it is. And they might try to think you're just trying to get a cheap price on them. Just explain that you need to see the consistency, and you've done all this really deep vetting and explained yourself really well. So this is going to remove the thought that you're just doing that. So oftentimes samples are free, but because people had been abusing it in the past and just getting free products from China, obviously they have to cover the shipping cost and whatnot, and you get it back on your purchase order. So several samples, get them from several manufacturers, pay them on Alibaba and get it. And then you're going to go ahead and evaluate and then choose your favorite ones from there.